Welcome back, everyone, here to Bronx Talk. Today, got a very special video for you guys. Today, we're going to be talking about 6 relief pitching options still available for the New York Yankees. Going to be giving you 6 guys that we think would be good fits for the New York Yankees.
At number 6, we have Shintaro Fujinami. He played for the Orioles in 2023. And look, if you were to go to this guy's baseball reference page, you're going to see a 7.18 ERA career. And you look at that, you do not want this guy, right? But then you also look at the fact that he has one of the best fastballs in baseball. And I shouldn't say best, I should say one of the hardest fastballs in baseball. And he's also not going to cost a lot. So I don't know that this guy would necessarily be the reliever that would fill sort of the Michael King gap that the Yankees have right now. But I don't mind the idea of bringing him in and just having him work with the Yankees program, Matt Blake, and see what they can turn this guy into because his arm is $1 million arm. I mean, it's plain simple.
Yeah, no doubt about it, especially 6 pitches, too. I mean, that's a lot. Even for a starting pitcher, you're pitching out of the bullpen with 6 pitches. There's definitely got to be something there that they could work with. I'm actually surprised he hasn't been signed already. He also played for the Athletics last season, too. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with him there. At number 5, we have Drew Verhagen. Verhagen last year played for the St. Louis Cardinals. In 60 games, he went 5-1 with a 3.98 ERA in 61 innings, struck out 60 batters, and had a 1.28 whip. His pitch mix is his fastball tops out around mid-90s. He's going to throw that 45% of the time. The other percentages is 31% slider, 12% cutter, and then 11% changeup. I think Verhagen could be a nice little piece for the Yankees. He's not a superstar. He's not going to cost a ton of money, but the guy's a veteran. He's pitched in the league for a while now. You can slide him in that bullpen, and I think he would just do good things for the New York Yankees. He's not going to jump off the page. He's more likely than not going to be an all-star, but he's going to do the job. He's going to be a solid guy. And I think for a good price, he would definitely be someone I would take a look at, just because he's valuable at his price point right now.
Number 4, we have Keaton Middleton. Yankees traded for him from the White Sox at the deadline last year. That was their only move they made. And, I almost felt a little bad for him because when that's the one move you make, fans weren't happy. And I almost felt like we already kind of had a bad impression on him because we were hoping for a crazy big name to fix the Yankees, and we got a solid reliever from the White Sox. But, he was pretty good down the stretch for the Yankees, and this guy is a pretty good relief pitcher. If the Yankees signed him for 1-2 year deals and walked into the season with that, I think I'd be pretty happy. I think I could see him maybe as a 7th inning guy for the Yankees, bridging the gap to guys like Holmes, Lasaiga. So, look, I think if you go out and sign Middleton, I know we saw him a little bit last year, wasn't anything amazing, but I give him another year to work with Matt Blake and let him do his job in the bullpen. I think it's a good move that I'd be happy if the Yankees signed him.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's a charismatic guy. He's a lot of energy. I like that in my pitchers. And I think he'd just be a great guy to have on the team with his personality as well. At number 3, we have Wandy Peralta. Wandy Peralta, obviously, he's been with the Yankees for quite some time now, I think since 2021. And he's been really solid for the Yankees. And once again, last season had a very good year at 63 games, went 4-2, pitched to a 2.83 ERA in 54 innings, struck out 51 batters, had a 1.22 whip. And Wandy Peralta, he's just a solid guy. The Yankees don't have a ton of lefties in that bullpen. Wandy would do that. He would fit right into the Yankees bullpen. We know what he can do. And Wandy's been really clutch for the Yankees. I mean, I can remember a lot of times where Wandy's pitched in big games, big spots. He was able to get out of the jam. He has an MLB record to just show you how valuable he was to the Yankees in the 2022 playoffs. He's the only pitcher in postseason in ALDS history to pitch in every single game of the ALDS games 1 through 5. He has that record. He's the only one to ever do that. That just shows how valuable he was to the Yankees. And I feel like he's been one of their most underrated relievers, one of the most underrated relievers in baseball. He's just been really valuable to this Yankees team. So if you let him go, you never know what could happen. I mean, I know the Yankees have added a bunch of big names, and obviously a reliever like Wandy Peralta could go unnoticed, right? But I feel like maybe this could bite the Yankees in the back, and we could be sitting here in July saying, the Yankees don't have enough lefties in the pen. They should have went out there. They should have re-signed Wandy Peralta. Wandy Peralta is also getting targeted heavy by the Mets. So the Yankees got to figure out what they do, but I would love to bring Wandy Peralta back for the right price, of course.
At number 2, we have Ryan Brazier. I'm sure Yankee fans have heard this name. He was with Boston from 2018 to the first half of 2023. Then he was traded over the Dodgers, and you look at the splits, and they are alarming. And now, granted, this is reliever ERA, but in 20 innings with Boston, a 7 ERA, then gets traded to the Dodgers, throws almost 40 innings, and has a sub-1 ERA. So clearly the Dodgers mastermind pitching lab fixed him like they do with a lot of pitchers. And now this guy has a little bit of a market, right? He's had a very solid career, so it's not like this guy just blossomed out of nowhere. But what we saw in the second half from him was absolute dominance. So, look, I think this may be one of the best options still left on the market for the Yankees. He does strike out a decent chunk of guys. I really think he would fit perfectly in the Yankees bullpen. If you can get him for a good price, I think this is your best option.
At number 1, we have Phil Maton. Pitched last season for the Astros, 68 games, had a solid 3 ERA, 66 innings pitched, struck out 74 batters, and had a 1.12 whip. His baseball savant is pretty crazy. He's in the 99 percentile for average exit velocity and in the 100 percentile for hard hit rate. They don't hit the ball hard off this guy. His baseball savant is pretty crazy when you look at it. And he's a funky guy. He's going to throw the curveball 39% of the time. The other percentage is 37% of the time. Fastball does not throw hard. He tops out, I think, 89 miles per hour. That's his average velocity, not tops out. Excuse me. But, he's going to throw around 90 miles an hour. It has the slider he mixes in there 23% of the time. He doesn't throw hard. He's going to give you a lot of funky looks. And, Matt Maton's pitched in the playoffs before. I actually saw him quite a few times when the Astros played the Yankees, and I thought he was a pretty solid pitcher. And if the Yankees can go out and bring in a guy like Maton, I think that really, really strengthens their bullpen. And looking at the underlying numbers looks really, really solid. You pair him with Matt Blake. I think it's a match made in heaven